Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful week. We are taking a break right now for Thanksgiving. We're taking the whole week off and we're just having some fun and relaxing and doing some things that we don't normally do during a regular school week because we homeschool. And so we take breaks pretty much whenever we decide to. And this week was a great opportunity for us to take some time off and just relax and have fun. But I will say that I was not always willing to just take breaks spontaneously. There was a time when I wouldn't describe myself as a fun mom, and I don't think my kids would describe me that way either. There was a time when I would say things like, "Stop running around, you're making a mess." I would say things like, "It's not time to play, it's time to get ready for bed." And there were a lot of things that I would say in the moment that don't seem so bad. It seems like a normal, something normal that a mom would say to her kids to kind of rein them in. But I was saying those things a lot, and I was in the habit of, I would say, putting the kibosh on their joy and not really letting them just be kids. And so today I want to share with you 4 ways to be a more fun and joyful mom. But before we get into that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And also hit the notification bell so that you're notified anytime a new video goes live. So now let's get into 4 ways to be a more fun and joyful mom. Number 1 is be fully present with your children. If you are trying to get too many things done all at once, you won't be fully present with your children. As a type A personality, I want to get things done. I want to check things off my list. I have a schedule, an agenda set for the day, and I just want to get those things done. I don't want any interruptions or anything that would disrupt my plan for the day. So it doesn't come naturally to me to just set aside the housework or the laundry and the other things that I have on my to-do list. So I completely understand if you are someone that needs, that wants to get those things done on your list. When I did join in the fun, I was always distracted. I was always thinking about the things that weren't getting done instead of being fully present in the moment with my kids. I would be completely distracted and I wouldn't give them my full attention. If I was in another room trying to crank out simultaneous tasks, I couldn't truly engage with them on what they were doing. When they asked me a question or they wanted to show me something that they had drawn or something that they had made, I wasn't fully engaged with them, and that really did interfere with our relationship. Number 2 is choose relationship over efficiency. I had gotten in the bad habit of seeing how much I could get done during a certain amount of time. So while my kids were getting ready, I would begin to do another task. And while I was doing that task, they would inevitably need help, or they would finish with what they were doing, and I would still be trying to work on that task, and I would be so wrapped up in it that everything just took longer than if I had waited for them to finish in the first place, instead of going off and doing something else in the meantime. I was kind of like a spinning top. I was bouncing around here and there, trying to get everything done, and I was in a frenzy all the time. It didn't make for a very fun or happy mom, and it didn't make for very happy kids either. But 20 years from now, my children won't remember how clean my house was. They won't remember if everything was, put away in a perfect place and everything was orderly. They'll remember the memories, the fun times that we shared together, the times that I was truly engaged with them and I listened to them and I was interested in what they had to show me. So if you're focused on the quantity of time something takes, you end up choosing efficiency over relationship. and you want to prioritize your relationship over efficiency. Number 3 is allow your kids to just be kids. Sometimes we forget that our children are kids. And I know that seems funny, but it's in our adult world, we're so caught up in the things that we have to get done, in the things that are on our to-do list. And we don't stop and remember that our kids are just being kids. They just are doing what kids do, and they're not trying to interfere with what we're doing. So my quest for productivity at one time didn't allow much room for my kids to just be kids. I perceived their loud shrieks and their exuberance over things and running around, just plain harmless kid antics as situations beginning to get out of control. Their use of art supplies and all of the toys that they would bring out into the living room on a daily basis would just irritate me after a while. They were just seen as another mess that I had to clean up instead of an opportunity for them to be imaginative and creative. And so I missed out on seeing those times as ways for my kids to express themselves. And I didn't encourage them to be creative. When you battled anxiety all your life, like I have, you believe the lie that joy is a luxury. If I'm goofing off and being careless, then things aren't getting done. But my kids aren't goofing off when they're being creative, and they are playing. And so we need to shift our mindset and understand that it's okay to goof off once in a while. It's not like we are putting off what we need to do. Our work will always be there. We can always come back to the laundry and the dishes, the house cleaning, all those other things. So we need to encourage our kids to be creative and imaginative as much as we can. Number 4 is follow the example of your Heavenly Father. Nehemiah 1:8 has a lot to teach us about embracing joy. It says, "Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength." And I always thought that this verse meant that knowing the Lord leads to having a feeling of joy. And in one sense, that's true. But what it really means is that the joy that comes from God Himself will uphold us through difficult and trying times. God is not a heavenly taskmaster. He is one who enjoys His children, and He wants to share His joy with us. So without this perspective, I lost sight of a big part of my job as a mother, and that is to participate in my kids' joy. They don't only need a teacher and a mother, they also need a playmate. Notice I didn't say friend. They have lots of friends, lots of peers who are around their age. So they don't need someone who will just be their friend and let them, do whatever they want. But they need someone who will enjoy playing with them, enjoy creating with them, encourage their play and imagination. I think that there is an enormous benefit when we moms put down things that we have going on, and we put down our to-do list, and we just spend time playing with our kids. It may seem frivolous, an interruption in my never-ending to-do list, but this play is actually part of my work. It's part of my role as a mom, to play with my kids, to be involved with them when they're little, when they're young, and they are excited to show me things. It's so beneficial for us to be a part of our children's world when they're small, so that they want us to be a part of their world when they're big. So those are 4 ways to be a more fun and joyful mom. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.